Hi CoinDon viewers, this is my final 3-part series on the coinage and history of the Straits Settlements. In the first part of the Straits Settlement coins, I presented the coins of Queen Victoria's era. Please do watch it if you have not. And in the second part, I presented the coins of the Straits Settlement under the era of King Edward VII. From 1901 to 1910, I highly recommend you watch that video. And in this final part 3, I will bring alive the coinage and history of the Straits Settlements when King George V was reigning monarch on the throne. As usual, I will be showcasing the beautiful coins from the quarter cent denomination to the silver $1 pieces in my personal collection. I will also be sharing with you historical trivia of the Straits Settlements and King George V and his legacy and the kind of coins that should be in your collection. Guys, please watch till the end and give it a thumbs up if you like it, for I will be giving you on the all-important key date information on the coins that you should collect. Take note, some of these coins have become scarce because of the high demand for them and the limited mintage of the coins. As I've mentioned in my part 1 and part 2, the Straits Settlements were a group of British territories located in Southeast Asia, originally established in 1826 as part of the territories controlled by the British East India Company. The Straits Settlements came under British Raj control in 1858 and then under direct British control as a Crown colony on the 1st April 1867. Sadly, in 1946, following the end of the Second World War and the Japanese occupation, the colony was dissolved as part of Britain's reorganization of its Southeast Asian dependencies in the area. Did you know the Straits Settlements originally consisted of the individual settlements of Penang, Singapore and Malacca, and of which Singapore was the seat of the government of the Straits Settlement? Give a thumbs up and share my videos if you like them, guys. And coming up soon are my personal collection of the Straits Settlements coin of the era of King George V. And these guys are my personal collection of the Straits Settlements coins during the reign of King George V. And this is only a sample. As a matter of fact, I have the whole collection which I've collected over the years. Look at the lovely craftsmanship and the design of these coins. They are more than 100 years old, or at least coming to that, and they are so beautiful. If you look at them, the designs are so intricate and wonderful. A point to take note at this juncture is some of these coins were round and some were square, and even one of the silver coins, the 5 cent, for a particular coin, that coin was made of copper nickel. And also, the silver contents on the coins vary over the years. And here's a little history on King George V. He was born in 1865 during the reign of his grandmother, Queen Victoria. George was the second son of Albert Edward, Prince of Wales. On Victoria's death in 1901, George's father ascended the throne as Edward VII, and George was created Prince of Wales. George became King Emperor on his father's death in 1910. Technically, he was also the last King Emperor of the Straits Settlements. King George's reign saw the rise of socialism, communism, fascism, Irish republicanism, and the Indian independence movement, all of which radically changed the political landscape of the British Empire. George became the first monarch of the House of Windsor, which he renamed from the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha as a result of anti-German public sentiment. He appointed the first Labour Ministry in 1924, and the 1931 Statute of Westminster recognized the Empire's dominions as separate, independent states within the British Commonwealth of Nations. King George V and his lovely wife Queen Mary had 6 lovely children. The eldest child was Edward Albert Christian George Andrew Patrick David. Yes, a very long name. He was born in 1894, became king upon the death of King George V. Edward VIII was king from 20th January 1936 until his abdication in December of the same year. He died in 1972. The second son was Prince Albert Frederick Arthur George. Born in 1895, he became King George VI in December 1936 upon the abdication of his brother. He was the last Emperor of India until August 1947, when the British Raj was dissolved. He died in 1952. The third child was Princess Mary, the Princess Royal, born in 1897 and died in 1965. Next was Prince Henry, Duke of Gloucester. He was born in 1900 and died in 1935. The next child was Prince George, Duke of Kent, born in 1902 and died in 1934. The last child of King George V was Prince John, who was born on the 12th of July 1905, and sadly he died in 1919 at the tender age of 13. The legacy of King George V. He was earnestly devoted to Britain and its empire. He claimed that it had always been his dream to identify himself with the great idea of empire. He was extremely hardworking and became widely admired by the people of the United Kingdom and the empire. And coming up next are the bronze coins. This is the 1916 round coin. Its reeded edge, the material is bronze. It weighs about 2.33 grams, and this coin is a good one to be in your collection. There were 2 types of half-cent coins, and first is the 1916 round coin. It's a reeded edge. Material was bronze and the weight was 4.66 gram. This is an excellent piece to be in your collection. And this is the square 1932 half-cent coin. Material is bronze, weight is 2.91 gram, and you should keep this coin in your collection. And as for the 1 cent coin, it was square, material was bronze, the weight was 5.85 grams, and you should collect the key date 1919 proof coin. Give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoy watching my channel. There were a total of 8 governors during the reign of King George V. The first was Sir John Anderson. The Anderson Road and Anderson Bridge in Singapore are named in his honor. The second was Sir Arthur Henderson Young. And the third was Sir Lawrence Guillemot. The fourth governor was Sir Hugh Clifford. You know, Clifford Pier in Singapore was named after him. Then came Sir John Scott, and the sixth was Sir Cecil Clementi. The seventh governor was Sir Andrew Caldecott. In Singapore, Caldecott Hill and the Caldecott MRT station is named after him. The last was Sir Shenton Thomas. He was a prisoner of war during the Japanese occupation of Singapore during the Second World War. He was also the last governor of the Straits Settlements. And here guys, let me present my silver coins. First, the 5 cents. Please take note, there are two types of 5 cents. One is a silver 5 cent and the other one is a copper nickel 5 cent. Now for the silver, the content of the silver will vary according to the years. The weight is about 1.36 grams, and take note, you need to collect the key date 1920 silver 5 cents. And the 1935 is also pretty good. And this is a 1925 cents, the only copper nickel coin for that year. The weight is 4.0 grams. This is a must-have in your collection. And this is a silver 10-cent piece. The material is silver, but the content varies with certain years. The weight is about 2.71 grams. The key date are 1916 and 1920. And this is the gorgeous 20-cent silver coin. Though the material is silver, the content of the silver varies with certain years. The weight of the coin is about 5.43 grams. The key date coins that you need to collect are the 1960 B, as I told you before, B is for the Bombay Mint, the 1917 B, and the 1935 B. These are the three most important 20-cent pieces that you should have. And this is the all lovely 50-cent silver piece. Take note, there are two types of mint mark located at the front of the coin. One is a cross and the other one is a dot. The material is silver. Weight of the coin is about 8.42 grams. The key date coin that you should collect is a 1920, but one with a dot mint mark. And the mint mark is located below the image of the king at the front of the coin. And this is the lovely $1 silver piece. The material is silver. Look at the design, it's so intricate. The weight is about 16.85 grams. Please take note, the key date coins that you should collect are the 1925 and the 1926. Both the proof and the restrike proof are quite rare. And if you're enjoying the show guys, hit the subscribe button and the like thumbs up button, and I will produce more great videos for you. And now for some historical trivia. Some notable events happened in Singapore during the reign of King George V. For example, in 1913, the Singapore Harbour Port was established. And in 1915, that is from the 15th to the 25th of February, the Singapore Mutiny occurred as British Muslim Indian sepoys rose up against their British masters. That was a real dark period. In the year 1919, the Chinese high school was established by Mr. Tan Kah Kee. Did you know that? And in 1923, Singapore starts constructing the main British naval base at Sembawang. And in that eventful 1924, did you know Singapore-Johor Causeway officially opened? And in 1929, the Singapore Police Academy was established at Mount Pleasant Road. And finally, in 1932, Tanjong Pagar Railway Station commenced operations. And that's all I have for you today guys, and all my coin enthusiasts. If you like this show, give it a thumbs up. And my next video series will be a 3-part series on the rare and gorgeous coins of Sarawak. These were the coins of the white Rajas. I don't think many of you might have seen the coins, but they're quite rare. And watch this series and learn more about these rare coins. The first series would be on James Brooke Raja, and some of these coins are so rare that you might have not seen. So until the next time, bye guys.